إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونسترشده ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا وعظيمنا محمدا خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين صلى الله وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين وصحابته المباركين الميامين وأتباعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. وبعد، عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي الخاطئة بتقوى الله ولزوم طاعته، كما أحذركم وأحذر نفسي من عصيانه ومخالفة أمره، لقوله عز من قائل: من عمل صالحا فلنفسه ومن أساء فعليها وما ربك بظلام للعبيد. In the name of Allah, we thank Him and we seek forgiveness from Him. May peace and blessing be upon our beloved Master and our beloved Messenger Mohammed sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and all who follow him in performing good deeds until the day of judgment. My respected brothers in Islam, our today's reminder is going to be a reflection on the ni'mah, or the favors, the bounties and the faculties from Allah upon us. An'amullahi alayna. Indeed, when we scrutinize this topic, we come to realize that Allah has actually blessed us as human beings with numerous and uncountable bounties and favors. The Almighty Allah reminds us in His glorious Quran when He said, بعد أن أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها وإن تعدوا نعمة الله لا تحصوها. And if any one of you wants to count the bounties, the faculties and the favors from Allah, لا تحصوها, the favors from Allah, they are countless. Me or you or anybody or any human being on this planet Earth will never be able to actually count and know exactly how many favors that Allah has favors him or her. Because when we actually just reflect on this real life that we live in, we will just actually come to realize that everything is a favor from Allah. There's nothing from this world that we have actually created. Of course, we come with this kind of discoveries and invention and everything, but the root and the very genesis of all these kind of discoveries that we make, all this kind of manufacturization we see, we manufacture cars, we manufacture everything, electronic things and everything, softwares. But what is the source? What is the genesis of all that? The genesis and the root is from Allah. We use raw materials, we use infrastructures from Allah. We use trees that were made and created by Allah. We use oxygen from Allah. We use everything from Allah. That's the Almighty Allah says, لا تحصوها. If we actually want to count, we will never be able to count it. Not only that, after Allah has actually granted us and give us all these kind of favors, what is our responsibility toward these kind of favors? Because on the other hand, in Surah At-Takathur, the Almighty Allah says, ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. Allah gave us everything. But He says, no, أَيَحْسَبُ الْإِنسَانُ أَنْ يُتْرَكَ سُدًى. A human being thinks that I've created this universe and all these galaxies and the stars and all the planets and everything. أَيَحْسَبُ الْإِنسَانُ أَنْ يُتْرَكَ سُدًى. A human being thinks that I've created everything for nothing, just for nothing, for no reason at all. I'm not going to question him or her. He's not going to be accountable and responsible for what he does on earth. No. No. Allah said, no, there will be questions. There will be accountability. ثُمَّ لَتُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. The Almighty Allah said, and then you will be questioned. Me and you, and our children and our wife, we will be questioned عَنِ النَّعِيمِ, about these bounties and these faculties, these favors, that sometimes some of us will take them for granted. I know. Just to be alive today, you think, oh my God, look at this pathetic weather. It's biting cold, it's very cold. I don't even want to go to mosque. Look at this. What kind of weather is this? It's horrible. The weather stinks. We have this kind of vocabulary. It's really bad. Well, you've got to be appreciative to the Almighty Allah who actually gave us this weather. This is the ability and the will from Allah. On the other side of the planet, we have our brothers who are actually dying for starvation and hunger. They can't even get a drop of water. Here it's very cold, on the other side of the planet it's extremely hot. It's boiling, it's cooking, as we say. It's boiling, very, very hot. So this is, يُولِجُ اللَّيْلَ فِي النَّهَارِ وَيُولِجُ النَّهَارَ فِي اللَّيْلِ. Allah, brings a day from a night and a night from a day, and He makes this weather cold, the other one is hot. This is will. We should be submissive to Allah. When we see things like that, we shouldn't cuss, trying to say, oh, what's wrong? Why Allah created this kind of pathetic? We should, alhamdulillah. We thank you, Allah, for everything you give us. We thank you, Allah, for everything you give us. So, the scholars actually classified these favors that Allah has favored human beings in two major categories. There are favors that we enjoy here on our daily life, here on the planet Earth, fi dunya, here. And there will be other favors and the other faculties that Allah is going to grant us during the day in the hereafter. Those are the magnificent, those are the biggest favors. Now among the favors that we enjoy, and we shouldn't actually take for granted, as Muslims, the first and the major important favor is khalqul insan. Your presence, me and you, our presence. Our presence. The Almighty Allah says, هَلْ أَتَى عَلَى الْإِنسَانِ حِينٌ مِّنَ الدَّهْرِ. It took centuries. لَمْ يَكُنْ شَيْئًا مَذْكُورًا. There was no such a thing called a human being. Allah says that in the Quran, Surah Al-Insan. Centuries. Allah created the heaven, the earth, the other planets, other things. Because creatures, there are many. Allah created many creatures. They are multiple. They are uncountable. لَمْ يَكُنْ شَيْئًا مَذْكُورًا. Me and you were not even, there was no someone called Ibn Adam. Jack, Martin, Ali, Mohammed, Salma, Fawzia, Jacqueline. No. There's no such a thing. لَمْ يَكُنْ شَيْئًا مَذْكُورًا. Whether you're a Muslim or non-Muslim. Al-Insan. Allah talks about a human being. لَمْ يَكُنْ شَيْئًا مَذْكُورًا. And then later on, Allah talks about how He created. إِنَّا خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِن نُطْفَةٍ أَمْشَاجٍ نَبْتَلِيهِ فَجَعَلْنَاهُ سَمِيعًا بَصِيرًا. And after that, we created Him from a clot. And after that, we gave Him more bounties. After we actually became the source of His presence, we أَوْجَدَنَا مِنَ الْعَدَمِ. We were not present on this earth, and look at us now. We are billions and trillions. We are so many. فَجَعَلْنَاهُ سَمِيعًا بَصِيرًا. Then we gave them what? Sighting and hearing, eyes and the ears that we take for granted. Look at that. Allah is warning us that first and foremost, you guys have never been even mentioned in this earth. On this earth, you didn't exist at all. And after that, I made you exist. I created you. And after that, I didn't leave you for nothing. I gave you sam'an wa basaran, eyes and the ears and everything. For what? You should use them appropriately. Not only that, إِنَّا هَدَيْنَاهُ السَّبِيلِ. Then Allah didn't say, okay, I've created you, I've given you eyes and everything. You go and worship whatever you want to do. If you want to get lost, you get lost. If you want to go straight, go straight. No. إِنَّا هَدَيْنَاهُ السَّبِيلِ. Allah says, and on top of that, I've guided you. And I've shown you the way. إِمَّا شَاكِرًا وَإِمَّا كَفُورًا. But I didn't force you. إِمَّا شَاكِرًا. I've given you a choice. إِمَّا شَاكِرًا وَإِمَّا كَفُورًا. If you want to utilize the bounties and the faculties and the favors that I've given you, you can be appreciative, ashukr, thanking. You can thank Allah and follow Islam. وَإِمَّا كَفُورًا. If you want to turn away from my favors, go to the hell, go to the other path. I'm not going to force you. But إِنَّا هَدَيْنَاهُ السَّبِيلَ. He sent us messengers, He sent us prophets, He sent us books. Because Allah لَمْ يَتْرُكْنَا هَمَلًا. He didn't leave us, without any guidance whatsoever. So there is no human being who can come during the day of judgment and say, oh Allah, I didn't hear the message of Islam. Actually, part of that is our responsibility. If there is any creature, any human being on earth who hasn't heard a word of Islam, me and you are responsible, particularly here in the West. Yeah, but I don't think there are people who haven't heard completely about Islam. And that's why the scholars have deferred about a person who hasn't heard about Islam. What is going to be the hukum? What is the ruling regarding this person? He hasn't heard anything about Islam. He lives somewhere, I don't know, maybe in the village, somewhere in the middle of the desert. They also, get this information. We live in a very globalized world. WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook and everything. We hear everything in seconds. Something drops in India, we have it here in England. Something drops in Africa, you can get it there and then, instantly, okay? But on top of that, Allah said, Imma shakiran wa imma kafura. So the biggest favor that Allah has actually given us first is khalqul insan. Not only that, and then after creating us, giving us what? Inna ad-deena inda Allahi al-Islam. The biggest favor is for me and you to be Muslim. Let's not take this thing for granted. I was born Mohammed, I was born Sabri, I was born Aisha, I was born Fatima. No, those are the things that we shouldn't take for granted. Because some people actually, they embark on a journey, discoverer's journey to, they spend years to come to discover that, oh, I wasn't on a true religion. So I need to actually follow another path. They take years. But alhamdulillah, ni'matul Islam, me and you were born Sulaiman, Ali, Muhammad, Mansoor, Fatima, and we take it for granted. No. Al-Islam a'zamu ni'am. So these are the most biggest favor that Allah has given us. And Allah is going to ask us, as we say, ثُمَّ تُسْأَلُنَّ يَوْمَئِذٍ عَنِ النَّعِيمِ. How did you use your Islam? How did you invite people to Islam? Did you brutalize them? Did you force them? Did you take religion as a minor thing? Were you actually an active Muslim? How did you utilize this kind of favors? Not only that, as-sam'u wal-basar that we talked about, the eyes and the ears. Inna as-sam'a wal-basara wal-fu'ada. Surah Al-Nahl, Allah says, Inna as-sam'a wal-basara wal-fu'ada kullu ulaika kana anhu mas'ula. Here comes the question. Why Allah created me and you, He gave us eyes for sighting and ears for hearing and everything. And then He said, Inna as-sam'a wal-basara wal-fu'ada. And the hearts, kullu ulaika kana anhu mas'ula. All these kind of organs, they will be questioned. Why? What's the point of Allah giving you organs and then He's going to question? Yes, because you're not giving things for granted. These are an'umillah, the favors from Allah. So we use our eyes positively and constructively for looking and researching all the positive things. Likewise with our ears. The rumors and the hearsaying, the filthy things. No. If you utilize the bounties and the favors from Allah wrongly, كَانَ عَنْهُ مَسْئُولًا. Me and you have to come up with the answer. Not any answer. You have to come up with an actual answer. If you can convince, me and you can convince Allah, I've been watching this kind of, illicit literature, this kind of, I've been engaging in this kind of conversation, and you're trying to make excuses. You think you have a reason to convince Allah that you're doing bad things. I don't think that excuse will be absolutely valid. I don't think so. So the lesson here we get from the Almighty Allah that we have been created with a purpose. And everything that we have, it is there for a reason. Not only that, there are many, we can't even finish, there are many. Ni'matul kalami wal lisan. The favor that Allah has given to our tongue. Look at our tongue, the way we communicate. We are people from diverse ethnicities and diverse origin and background. Look at us, subhanallah. In Surah Al-Rum, the Almighty Allah says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ اخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ. If anyone wants to know that Allah exists for real, for sure, let's look at ourselves. اخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ. Allah says, look at you. You're all human beings. If I'm to cut anyone's hand here, there will be a red blood. There's no blue blood, right? There's no black blood, whether you're dark or white or fair, whatever. There'll be a red blood, right? وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ اخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ. But on top of all that, Allah has created you into different mother tongues and different dialects and different language. وَأَلْوَانِكُمْ. And look at you, you're all human beings, but you are different colors. Allahu Akbar. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ. Among the signs of Allah's existence, if you want to know that Allah is so great, that He is Al-Khaliq, He is the Creator. But Allah's Creator is different from a human being's creation. Allah can create a human being in different countries and different shapes and different. Look at the Vietnamese, look at the Philippines, look at the Africans, look at the Indians, look at the Europeans. Do you look alike? Do you look the same? No. This is what Allah wanted. This is to show us how magnificent His creation is. And no one should take advantage, against the other. I'm white, I'm brown, I'm black, I'm big, I'm small, I'm what? No. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ, Allah says, reflect and ponder and think. اختلاف ألسنتكم وألوانكم إن في ذلك لآيات لقوم يسمعون. Among these kind of creation that I've created you and everything, لآيات, they are consideration. لقوم يسمعون, for people who will listen and people who will think. They will start judging themselves. Why am I this color? Did I actually have a choice to be like this? Did you have any choice to be born in England, or in Nepal, or in India, or in Pakistan, or in South Africa? No, you didn't have any choice. You didn't even know how your mom and dad met. You don't even know. You didn't have a clue. Some of us came here as immigrants. We didn't even know that we're going to live in England and have generations. Look at us now. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ. These are the favors and the faculties of the Almighty Allah told us. Not only that, نِعْمَةُ الْعَقْلِ وَالتَّفْكِيرِ. Allah has given us this bounty, this favor of having an intellect. Subhanallah. And this is the major distinction that we are different from animals. Because we are animals, human animals. Okay? In the field of biology, we have similar features. With locomotion, we have similar features as human beings, right? But ni'matul aqli, the intellect, Allah has actually made a difference between us and animals and other creatures because of this al-aql, the intellect. Because for us, we have to think. We've been given things extra favor that animals and other creatures, although they are bigger than us. The sun is the hottest planet and is the biggest than, well, me and you. Look at us. These houses are bigger than me and you. Look at the mountains. But Allah has given us something very special. And it's very unfortunate to see someone, subhanallah, by using the same intellect, al-aql, the intellect that Allah has granted to him or her, he start questioning and arguing, oh, does Allah exist or not? Subhanallah. How silly. How silly and how ignorant you are to even question and judge, does Allah exist or not? Well, if He exists, what is the color of God? And who created this God? And who invented this God? You see, this kind of devilish question. In the previous khutbah we talk about whispering of shaitan. Some of the things come from the shaitan, the whisper from the shaitan. You start asking vague and silly questions. Well, I don't believe in God because I've never seen God. You must be so silly to say that, because there are so many things that we believe that we don't see. So al-aql wa tafkir, that favor that Allah has given us to think. Don't think, oh, I'm the very, what they call the highest IQ. Some people are so intelligent. Well, this is from my own effort. This is from my effort. I'm so intelligent, I passed, I'm so intelligent, my life is successful. This is me. There's no connection to Allah. Don't give me those, divine things. It's me and it's my intellect. And this is the problem that we have everywhere now in the Muslim world, and even here in the West. I'm not going to attack and accuse the West only, even in the Muslim world, because we have a huge population of people who are turning to atheism now, thinking that there is no connection between the actual life and Allah. Someone said, well, ni'matul mal, for instance. Yeah, the ni'mah and the favor of wealth, ni'matullah. Well, I wake up in the morning, in a biting winter, in a very cold weather, and I go to work. Well, I've done my qualifications and I'm okay. I've done my effort. Don't tell me that Allah gave me this mal. No, there is no connection to Allah. I wake up in the morning and go to work. I wake up in the morning, I've tried, I took a loan and opened the business. What is the connection between my wealth and Allah? Subhanallah. The Almighty Allah says, وَآتُوهُم مِّن مَالِ اللَّهِ الَّذِي آتَاكُمْ. Give the poor people min malillahi, from the wealth of Allah that He has given you. Wow, the wealth of Allah has given you. Has Allah given you, a bulk of money, a lump sum, as they call it? What is this? People find, well, this kind of vague kind of concept. No, you are the vague concept. Don't attack Islam because of your misconceptions, because you don't understand your position on earth. You don't understand that you don't own anything, my dear. You don't own anything. You can't even decide whether you're going to be okay, you're going to be healthy tomorrow or not. You have no that ability, no whatsoever. You don't know what's going to happen to you next to this session. You don't know. So how can you actually say that this wealth belongs to you, this wealth is not from Allah? Who gave you the hands and the intellect and the ability to wake up in the morning, to go into business and go to work? All these resources that we take for granted, they belong to Allah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم فاستغفروه فيا فوز المستغفرين ويا نجاة التائبين. الحمد لله الذي كان بعباده خبيرا بصيرا والصلاة والسلام على خير خلق الله أجمعين وبعد. My respected brothers in Islam, like we explained earlier, some of these favors we enjoy here on earth, but Allah has actually promised us there will be extra favors. There will be extra favors during the hereafter. And one of them is al-maghfirah. Al-maghfirah means forgiveness. Allah is going to grant forgiveness to people who actually beg for that forgiveness. إِلَّا مَنْ تَابَ وَآمَنَ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا فَإِنَّهُ يَتُوبُ إِلَى اللَّهِ مَتَابًا. Those people, إِلَّا مَنْ تَابَ, those who repented, وَآمَنَ, and then they brought back their faith. They thought, they forgot because shaitan is chasing them. وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا, and they came back to good deeds. فَإِنَّهُ يَتُوبُ إِلَى اللَّهِ مَتَابًا. Allah will forgive them completely and He will grant them al-Jannah, the highest stage of favor, which is paradise. May Allah grant us, grants paradise to all of us. Not only that, and actually the most, وَإِنِّي لَغَفَّارٌ, in a different verse the Almighty Allah says, وَإِنِّي لَغَفَّارٌ, لَغَفَّارٌ is the most forgiving. وَإِنِّي لَغَفَّارٌ لِمَنْ تَابَ وَآمَنَ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا ثُمَّ اهْتَدَى. For Allah to grant us forgiveness, there are qualities, there are conditions necessary for that. You cannot say, oh, I'm a Muslim, I've done this wrong, I've done zina, I've done lottery, I've done all this kind of fornication and everything. I kill, I do all, these kind of things. Allah Ghafur Rahim, inni laghafar. No, that maghfirah, that forgiveness has condition. Liman taba. First you have to repay. Wa aman. Bring back the things. Wa amila salihan. And then do the good deeds. Thumma ihtada. And then he went back to the proper path. Those are the conditions necessary for that. And on top of that, it is al-Jannah. And we all know the favors and an'um al-Jannah. But sometimes, although the time is against us, sometimes these favors from Allah, these faculties that we all enjoy, al-mal, the wealth, and the good health and everything, sometimes these things can disappear. And there are reasons for that. What are the reasons for the disappearing of the favors from Allah? Sometimes you ask Allah, but things don't come. What are the reasons? Part of it is عدم شكر النعمة وتجاهلها. عدم شكر النعمة. The lack of being appreciated, the lack of appreciation. If we are not appreciative to Allah, we don't thank Allah, well, the ni'mas and the favors will disappear. They will disappear. وتجاهلها. And sometimes, we know that we know that these are favors from Allah, but we just ignore them purposely. We ignore them purposely. We say we've achieved this by our own means, by our own efforts. These are the things that actually chases away the favors from Allah. Not only that, al-ma'asi tamhaqu al-ni'mah. You see, al-ma'asi, bad deeds, evils, they chase away the favors from Allah. If Allah is to actually, Allah has granted you a mal, a wealth, alhamdulillah, you are doing business or a good job, and then on top of that salary, on top of that income, you start doing, lavish and lousy things, israf. You started doing things extravagantly. And then after 2-3 years, things go wrong, you start saying, oh my God, I think they've done witchcraft on me. I think it's going to be my neighbor. I think it's my cousin from Africa. Who done the witchcraft on you? It is because al-ma'asi tamhaqu al-ni'mah. You have turned to evil now. Because Allah has actually granted you that wealth. You think, oh, you own the wealth now, you can do whatever you want. Okay? Maybe you had your wife, you start neglecting your wife. You have your children, you start neglecting your children. And you start looking at other women. And you think they are better than your own wife. Subhanallah, thinking, well, it's the delusion from shaitan. So, al-ma'asi, evil. Not only that, kasratu shakwa min dhiq al-hal. Too much complaint. I've got only one car and my car is not that sophisticated. Too much complaint can actually chase away the favors from Allah. Let's be appreciative. Let's have the culture, my respected brothers in Islam, the culture of being appreciative people. Allah has actually, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Allah has granted us and has elevated us because we are human beings. وَفَضَّلْنَاهُمْ عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِّمَّنْ خَلَقْنَا تَفْضِيلًا. Like we say that Allah has created different creatures, but He made us as human beings. Just the fact, the fact that you are a vicegerent, you are the leader of this earth, that is an absolute ni'mah, it's an absolute favor. May Allah make us among those people who will utilize the ni'mah and the favors of Allah positively. هذا وصلوا وسلموا على إمام المرسلين قائد الغر المحجلين فقد أمركم الله بالصلاة والسلام عليه في محكم كتابه حيث قال عز قائلا عليما إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وارض اللهم عن خلفائه الراشدين وعن أزواجه أمهات المؤمنين وعن سائر الصحابة أجمعين وعنا معهم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم خلص عبادك المسلمين في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها من قهر أعدائك الظالمين. اللهم انصر إخواننا في سوريا اللهم انصر إخواننا في سوريا اللهم انصر إخواننا في كل مكان برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. قوموا إلى صلاتكم يرحمكم الله. أقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
So, put enough space, brothers, at the back. Just be mindful about our phones. Put our phones in silence, please. Can we start now? الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط